Hello and welcome to Around the House with Kay and Tom, and today we're going to make French fries here. We're going to start out with these russet potatoes and make French fries out of that. Then we're going to take this sweet potato here and make some French fries out of that, and that's a whole different ball game than this is right here. So let's get started with this one, then we'll get started with this one and see how it works. Now the first thing we're going to do is take this potato and wash it off real good with this veggie scrubber right here. Okay, now I've got that done. I've got this dried off pretty well here. And so now the next thing we'll do is we'll peel this potato. Okay, then we'll peel it here with this handy XOX or OXO or whatever it is peeler here. And this is a handy little thing. I love this little veggie peeler here. It just goes right along. You know, so and it just lets you on the top like that. Then you have to get a different hold on everything. And you see a little black spot there? Don't leave that there. Make sure you cut that out before you start to cook it. Well, that's not good. I don't reckon it would kill you, but it's not something you want to eat. You know, if you can see something, if you can see something that doesn't look good, chances are it's not going to taste good. That's not always the case, but sometimes it is. Anyway, I'll be back when I finish this here. Okay, now I've got my potato peeled here, and I will get this trash off my little mat. Okay, now I'm going to wash this thing off again, just where I've been handling it and such, you know. So I'm not going to take the scrub brush to it this time, just for rinse it off good. Get me another paper towel over here and dry them a little bit. Just like that. Alright, now I can move this one off. Now I'm going to take this Weston French fry cutter here. This is good. Now I've completely destroyed one of these things on some sweet potatoes not long ago. So you got. Okay, now that your potatoes in there right, you got to make sure that this is, if it's too big of a potato like this, and it's sticking out, if it's sticking back further than that, you can stand back here and crank on this all day long, it's not going to do anything. So you need to push it on up, make sure it's pushed up there where you hear it click at, and then you know it's going to, I don't want to dump them potatoes on the floor, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, now you got to make sure your potato's not sticking out too far back this way to keep this mechanism from working, because it has to be where these back prongs down here go down in those grooves. And then you can start cranking on it, and hopefully the French fries will come out. So let's see here. Yep. Once you get it started like that, see, it does pretty good. All right, now here's the potatoes that come out of that one potato. The fries will come out of that one potato. And you see how many fries you got here. Well, that potato weighed almost a pound. It was just a little bit less than a pound. And so you get a lot of French fries out of one potato when you cut it up like that and they're all nice and uniform. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put cold water in this, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and I'm going to let it set for at least 30 minutes, and I'm going to come back and we'll cook them up. Okay, now let's try this sweet potato here, see what we can do with it. Well, I'll go ahead and peel it just like I did the russet potato a while ago. And of course this is a big potato right here. We're going to have to cut it in half to make any kind of fry out of it anyway. Now there's another black spot right there. We'll be cutting that out. Okay, now this one's too big or too long to even think about putting it in that French fry slicer. Not to mention it's just too tough, you know, so we'll go ahead and cut these by hand and try not to cut my hand off. There you go. These sweet potatoes are tough, tough stuff. Now, it'll be easier to work with now. That first initial cut though, you gotta be really careful. Make sure that thing doesn't roll over and get your hand. Now, I'm just gonna try to cut these the best I can, about the same size. Just like this. They're a little bit small, aren't they? I'll make them a little bit bigger as we go. Because I want them to be the same size. Now we'll line them up. As best we can, where I can get at least 3 of them like this, maybe. Now, if you can get 3 of them like this, and then you can get down through the middle of them, just stack them right on top of each other and then cut them like that. Now, see, it's starting to look like fries now. Alright. It's amazing when you don't do something like this for a long time, it sort of gets away from you. You have to memorize it when you start back doing it. Right. That's a little bit big. I mean, if you see one that's out of size, you know, just go ahead and trim him up a little bit, unless it's too small, and if it's too small, just go ahead and pick it up and eat it for a snack. Okay, now I've got these washed and dried pretty good, so I'll put them in this bowl right here. Give me just a little bit of this olive oil to put on them. Now I've got some of this Cabela's. I got this from Bass Pro Shop as a French fry seasoning for sweet potatoes. And this is really good. I've used it before. Now, I always leave stuff down in my links below. But now the last time I tried to put this down in there, I couldn't find them, you know, so when I can't find something like that, I always put the closest thing to it that I can find. So even though you might not see this very one, and you can smell it's got a lot of cinnamon in it. That smells really good smell. See that? That's got a lot of cinnamon in it. Now, just go squish them around like that. Make sure to get all that goodness up. I'll put just a little bit more on there. Just a little bit more oil on. Another tad here. Now, you know, you have to improvise as you go along. Push them around. And now, the next thing we're going to do is come right over here to this Ninja Max. This is a good standalone air fryer. If you ever want just a standalone air fryer, this would be the one I recommend. Because look how easy that door comes in and out, you know, and it's right back in there. You don't need the whole top of it or the back of it, none of that. Just slide it out, slide right back in. It works great. Anyway, but right here now we'll dump these sweet potato fries in here. Spread them out a little bit. Now most of the time when I cook stuff like this, I put it in the Ninja Foodie Deluxe. But I like a handle, when I'm doing fries like this, I like a handle so I can take them out and shake them, you know, so that's why I'm doing them in this. So now, put them in there, turn on the power, set it to air fry. We'll leave it on 390, and I think it's going to do 20 minutes, and well, just hit the air there. Okay, it stops at 20. Now you can run it on up if you wanted to, like that, you know, or back down. But now, and then you hit your start button. Now I don't think it'll take the full 20 minutes on this, to tell you the truth, so we'll see in a couple of minutes. We'll be taking a look at them. Okay, now these have only been in here for a little over 5 minutes. I was in the other room in there and I could smell them. They sure do smell good. So let's look at them. Of course they're not finished or anything, you know, but they sure do look good. So put it back in there and let them go some more. We'll check on them again in a few minutes. Hey, while you got a chance, if you can, join our channel and give us a thumbs up. I'm sure we'd appreciate it. Check out our links down below and ring the bell so you get notifications on our videos. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, now these have been in there just a little bit over 10 minutes. Let's take a look at them now. Now that looks like some sweet potato fries right there now. And we'll dump them in this. I had a plate here a minute ago. Dump them in this plate right here. Good. Now, if you like sweet potato fries, those look real good, and I'm going to try one or two of them as soon as they cool off just a little bit. So now, let's get back to our russet potato over here. Okay, now here's these potatoes been in the refrigerator there for about 40 minutes now. And if you notice, the water's a little milky looking, you know, and they claim that's the starch coming out of it. Now, I don't know, I'm no expert on potatoes, but they say if you want them extra good, you need to take some of the starch out of them first. So, we did. So, now I'm going to drain the water off of them and dry them off pretty good and then do something else, and we'll be back. Okay, now I've got these all dried off and put back in here, and I'm going to put some of this, now this is this Cabela's French fry seasoning. This is steak fries seasoning. So I'm going to put some of this on there. Now I just happened to notice, whoops, I got to spray some oil on there first. I just now noticed that didn't have quite enough salt on those sweet potato fries. So I'm going to fix that in a minute too, because you gotta have a little salty taste to your French fries, you know. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of this Lowry's seasoned salt here and put on, not a whole lot, but just a little, you know. Now, a little bit more of this French fry seasoning on them. Roll them around some more. A little bit more oil. A little bit more seasoning. And just a little pinch or two of salt, seasoned salt. And now, we're going back over here to the air fryer. Alright, now I've got these fries in this basket here. Now there's more of these in here than there was of sweet potatoes. So I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to turn on the power. Go to the air fry again. Let's go to 390. That'll be fine. I want my time over here to start 20 minutes. Now this is going to probably take them a little bit longer to cook than it did the sweet potatoes because there's just more of them in there. Then you hit the start button. And they're off and running. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes, see how we're going. Okay, they've been here almost 9 minutes now. Let's take a look at them and see what they look like here. Oh, those look beautiful, don't they? Let them go on a little bit longer. Okay, now these have been in there for 14 minutes now, and I just tasted one of the biggest and thickest ones here. And I think they're ready to come out. I'm going to go ahead and pull them out now at that 6-minute mark and dump them over here in this little paper plate. Now I don't know how all the rest of them are going to taste, but that first one I pulled out there is really good. Okay, now that's about it for this little short video here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I hope you come back and see us real soon. If you can, give us a thumbs up and join our channel. We sure would appreciate it. And so until next time now, y'all have a real good and safe day. And goodbye now.